has been really bothering me how difficult my life is because I'm the smartest person I've ever met. Do you know the burden of knowing more than everyone else in your friend group? Oh, f*** you. Yes, it's Lisa Lampanelli here. We're listening to Shrink This with Lisa Lampanelli, the podcast we have no delusions about, right, Nick?
That's right.
We know we have 4 listeners, and they're all related to me and you, and we don't delude ourselves into thinking we're big shots.
I'm famous.
We know okay, I know my level. And I get it, okay? You leave this damn business called show, and they forget you and they replace you immediately, but I accept it, and that's okay. But if you are listening, thanks for sticking with me. And who? My co-host, who?
Nick Scopes on Instagram and TikToks.
And on
Uber Eats.
and Grinder.
Right, Celia?
And OnlyFans.
Yes! Oh my God, if Nick had an OnlyFans, I'm trying to think. He says he has an enormous schlong.
I've never said
You
that.
did. You said you
I have people who
are...
have advocated for me. I have references.
Well, the thing is, you've said it because I remember debating you and our other 2 straight friends, Bo and Andrew, and I had bet that Andrew is the most endowed, but you 3 said you've compared them. So you did some pandemic texting of your thing.
Yeah, we were bored.
It does take boredom to do that to other guys.
Yeah, Bo vouched for me. He's my PR person.
But Bo's like an Irish donkey with a little dick.
He's got the Irish curse.
Yeah, just saying. And Ginsburg, let's just leave it at that. You know? But that reason why we bring up your penis today is we're discussing the state of mind that is delusional. Because I don't know, dude. I've been getting so mad at people lately. First of all, let's just admit, Lisa Lampanelli, if you want some advice from her, send us a lettoir or maybe a carrier pigeon or an email to shrinkthisShow@gmail.com. That's shrinkthisShow@gmail.com, and we'll try to help, sort of, and make fun of you, probably. Let's be honest.
Definitely.
But it's been coming up lately that has been really bothering me how difficult my life is because I'm the smartest person I've ever met. Do you know the burden of knowing more than everyone else in your friend group? Because I can't be friends with my age because they say things like, no, we've got a nice group of cool gals who get together. No, you're 63, 64 like me. You are not. I don't want to meet your cool gals. I want to hang around with the 30-year-olds and the 40-year-olds because I'm mad cool, or am I delusional? I don't know, but I don't care. So the problem with being older and having more experience than most of your people are that you, quote, think you know more, and you definitely have more life experience. So I'm forever confronted with people in my life and just in the media who I feel are delusional and think they're good enough at something that they should pursue it. You're not.
Right.
Or that their haircut makes them look better. It doesn't. Or that they have enough money for that big trip to Bermuda. You don't, and that's not a country. I just combined 2 countries and said that one.
That was clever.
I know the advice. I know that I want to say to them, first of all, that haircut makes your face look even fucking fatter. Second of all, you can't afford the trip, you stupid cunt. You got nothing in the bank. But you can't say this stuff. So every day I am a heaping pile of steaming feelings and emotions. Mother's cunt, that's my phone.
Is that the Dancing with the Stars theme song? That's Dancing with the Stars theme song.
Just keeping this all in.
I'm keeping it in.
I absolutely am.
Well, because that's where we get to my delusion, which is, I think, at 80 years old, when I wake up in 17 years, I'll be asked to be on Dancing with the Stars and be the world's oldest winner. So, you know, we all have our delusions. Mine's harmless because chances are I'll be dead by then and it won't even matter. But that is my little delusion. So anyway, thank God it wasn't something else, some other weird ringer.
I love that dude Celia knew immediately.
Of course she did. She lives in
Celia?
this.
I keep
Celia. I know we like
Celia.
Celia. We made you
Celia.
a real Italian. Yeah. So, Nick, do you have delusional people in your life? See, I have a feeling I'm bothered more by their delusions because I wasn't allowed to be delusional as a kid. I wasn't allowed to be delusional and think I was too much. Oh, don't get too big for your britches. Don't think you got anything special, whether it's by society or by relatives or teachers. And I think I had it like knocked out of me at a young age that I'm like, no, I know my level. I know like how unfamous or famous I am. I know how what areas I have talent in. So I am so judgy with people who I feel misjudge their level.
Right.
What do you think?
I don't have anyone really in my life who is that delusional. I think I really don't. I the only time I do, I say I'm unbothered. The only time I have gotten upset is with comedy. That's it. With stand-up, if it was like someone we're all at the same level, but they think they should be like wherever, there's where I get like, fuck you, mother. Like that's where I get annoyed and get mad and I take it all on. But outside of it, it's not delusion. I've been the opposite my whole life of like just talking myself out of things and being like, oh, I'm not.
So you're the opposite.
Complete opposite. And I have admired people who had the confidence.
Yeah.
Of like the best example I could give, I'll never forget this, is when I was in high school. I was like 14 or 15, and I met my good friend, my now best friend, Anthony, right? Mm-hmm. We were talking about football and playing the sport, whatever. And I mentioned a guy, you guys won't know this, but his name's Ray Lewis. All the gays and women listening, they won't understand this.
Okay,
but Ray Lewis, one of the best linebackers ever in the history of the NFL.
Ooh, sounds hot.
Very hot black man. And I was talking to Anthony, and I was like, dude, I was like, you think you could block Ray Lewis? And he immediately goes, yeah, no problem. And he goes, I'd die, but I'll do it. And I was like,
okay. He knew he'd die, though.
But he's like, no, I'll knock him out. That's what he said. And I was like, how does he have so much? Like, I'm like nervous about everything. I was like, I admire this guy. Like,
I do too. Like, I admire it, but also I admire it because he was realistic about it. He was like, I would be killed.
Yeah, he's like,
but I'd still do it.
Right.
But people who be like, I could get a serve off of it. I could hit Serena's serve.
Oh
no, you can't.
Dude.
I know you were number one in your high school in L.A., and you went to maybe college for tennis on a tennis scholarship, but there's no way you're getting 1 point off her.
No, not 100. What's 120 miles an hour those serves are?
Yeah. So I was just like, and it's just like, I don't, but here's my problem. The reason I wanted to do an episode is it bothers me to an extreme degree that is disproportionate. Like, I literally feel like I'm flaming inside. I'm just like, don't make me hate you by your unfounded belief in yourself.
Yes.
Like, and then it bothers me, actually makes me just as furious, which I think is a good sign of somebody who has enormous talent but doesn't see it. I get furious at them because I have some students at the conservatory that I teach comedy to, and they have imposter syndrome, which, by the way, I can't relate to at all. I always, again, because I didn't believe in myself more than I thought I should, I don't think I'm an imposter in the areas that I was good at. And those areas are very small. They are, what do you call that? Parallel parking, stand up, and just driving.
Anal.
No, it's terrible that. Not good. And driving itself. So if you have I'm a good typist too. I'm 102 miles per minute. No miles per, whatever it is.
2 words per minute.
102 words a minute. So I have those 4 talents. I would not ever be an imposter. Think I'm an imposter. Oh, no, I can't type that fast. Yeah, you fucking can, clam. I could squeeze into any space parallel parking-wise. Like, it's
I've
fine.
Seen it, dude. It's
I know
impressive.
you've witnessed my parking prowess.
Take a 47-point turn in
I
New
know
York
it,
City.
I love
and
it.
Fuck it, we're doing it.
So I get annoyed with the people who have imposter syndrome when they're actually so good. We have to do an episode on imposter syndrome and bring in one of the students who feels he's not good, even though he's getting cast in every play as the lead.
Yeah.
I'm like, start believing yourself, you little homo. I don't even know if he's a homo.
Don't talk to me like that.
I will slap your face. But yeah, I think that it bothers me to an extraordinary degree. That's just too much. It shouldn't. It should be like where my shrink is like, she's British, so she talks all classy. So she's like, just notice when it's triggering you and look at it and then let it go. And she like does a nice thing with her fingers.
Your therapist
like
is British?
very fluttery hands.
amazing.
She'll then just let it go. And I just go, yeah, but how? Like, what's the procedure of letting go? Like,
Yeah.
there's
You don't get it, bitch.
Yeah, and then she starts yelling at me in a British voice, but it's classy.
You cunt.
But like, yeah, they like that word over there.
I do. It's a good one.
I enjoy it. So I don't know. It shouldn't bother me as much. But like, also, is there delusion? First of all, it all comes from judgment, because I'm judging that they, first of all, are doing these things that they shouldn't believe in themselves for. So if you're getting the haircut that will make your face look thin and you think it does, why do I care? So judgment is always bad. Like if somebody's going to look at a reception, a venue for like a big 50th anniversary and they can't afford it, why do I care?
Right.
It's because I think it all starts because I'm just very judgy. And we're taught as comics, that's how it's funny. When you're a judgy bitch, it's funny on stage. But in real life, it's not cool to like shake someone, take them by the shoulders and slap them silly and go, you delusional twat, you don't have a pot to piss in. Or
Yeah,
you
fuck
stupid bitch, you just wasted $200 on that haircut and you look like fucking Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, but fat. Like, stop.
You look like James Gandolfini.
Yeah. So like, I wonder why the judgment, it's just, that's my thing I have to work on.
Yeah.
Because if I really want to help people, even jokily on this show or like in real life, it doesn't help to like want to shake them all the time.
Right.
I think it's okay to want to shake them all the time, but it has to be where you don't just explode. Are you fucking delusional or what? That's a good way to lose friends. I would think. I mean, I have. And there's all those sayings like, I mean, I get it. Fortune favors the bold.
Mm-hmm.
Because honestly, I think it was Obama who said something like, when he got to the top, it was finally like, you never realize how many mediocre people are at the top just because they believe in themselves.
100%.
And whereas he was not mediocre in the least, like he actually earned his place.
Yeah.
But it's just like, then you see all these people in these positions of power that just their dumb ass belief in themselves has made them successful.
Yeah.
I just watched last night, this black creator on TikTok was just talking about J-Lo and how she goes, this isn't a hate J-Lo post. It's for someone who doesn't sing the best, dance the best, or act the best, she certainly has believed in herself enough to make delusion her superpower. So the belief in oneself as I can be the best kind of outweighs the actual talent.
I think so. Do you think, here's a question for you. Do you think that in order to make it in show business especially, you need to have some sort of delusion? Like, do you think you need to have a touch?
I don't know. Delusion that you're going to be the one who breaks through.
Yeah, like I feel like everyone who has made it, like there may be some people who think they're pieces of shit and make it through, you know what I mean, the whole time. But like, I feel like you got to have some, like a little bit of fake it till you make it of like, I'm the fucking best that's ever. I
mean, I always was like, I'm the fucking best.
Right. So
but I wasn't delusional. I just was.
Well, you were good.
But that's what's nuts about it is like, you have to believe in yourself so strongly. So where like, say J-Lo, this would be the most complimentary thing she's ever heard about herself. J-Lo is the Lisa Lampanelli of music. She had a certain amount of talent, and then she worked it into something bigger.
And a big old butt.
Yeah, same. But it's like, I think we all have to have a certain little weird delusional belief that the business will take us in. But I wonder if it's like delusion in our own level of talent, I don't think is that helpful, or our level of whatever it is.
Yeah, I feel like I guess the question is like, what toes like having a lot of self-confidence into delusion? Like, when do you cross the line? You know what I mean?
think when you're writing checks, your ass can't catch. No, because it's just like you're kind of like bombing at your, when it used to exist, your Caroline's audition consistently.
Right. Yeah,
or you're kind of in the business for 30 years, but there's exceptions to that too. I was going to say 30 years and don't have TV credits yet.
Right.
But there's exceptions. There's Jessica Kirson, who's like hugely popular and famous now,
so good,
but had stuck with it a lot longer than I ever would have without any fame.
Right.
And she didn't have it easy at all. And it's like, oh, good, her time's finally come. And remember that story, like Lewis Black started at Yale when he was 18 and didn't make it till he was 50 on the Daily Show? There's no way I could have hung for 32 years and not wanted to just like eat a gun and quit. And also, you're a Yale guy. You're smart. So he had to have probably profound belief in himself, but his belief and Jessica's is backed up by talent. I think it's like, at the end of the day, I'd rather be 50% hard work, 50% talent than 90% talent, 10% hard work, because I don't think you're going to make it that way. That'd be rarer.
Yeah.
I
just don't know. I mean, there's so many examples of like, of course, I'm going to use the fucking Ginzo examples, but
of course.
Like Chaz Palminteri, right? Like he's almost 40 years old. He's on unemployment. He's an actor, quote unquote. He's getting offers for a Bronx Tale and this, but they don't want him to act in it. And he's like, no, he's turning down $500,000, $1 million, whatever.
Yeah.
And then finally he meets De Niro. He gets the money. The movie's made, right? Like,
I know.
To hold out like that, or I even I can't pronounce his last name, but you've met him, Dominic Uncle Jr. Chianese.
Oh, I love him.
Well,
Uncle
apparently,
Jr.
Right. Apparently, I mean, he was in The Godfather, but apparently before Sopranos, he was in like a 1-bedroom, like, you know, as old as that he was, whatever the hell he was when Sopranos started, and then he got Sopranos, and then.
I know. How about Abe Vigoda of Barney Miller and Fish fame? I once saw him waiting for a bus, and I was like, Abe Vigoda was in The Godfather. He was, Clemenza, I think, or one of the whatever one.
Is he the big ears, the doofy one?
Yeah.
I think he's the security guy, or they kill Torrio.
No. He's like a big star, one of the big stars of The Godfather. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Maybe not Clemenza, but the other guy in the scene of Leave the Gun, Take the Cannolis. So he's like the one who's cooking the sauce, everything.
Got it.
But he had 2 huge series, which is Barney Miller and Fish, which is his own show. It's all in the 80s. And which I love. He probably has enough money, but he's still taking the bus.
Yeah.
Like they said, Letterman took the subway. Sure, this isn't an episode on cheapness, but part of me is like,
J-Lo took the 6 train, bitch.
Yeah, I know. But like, part of me's like, do you not know your level that you shouldn't be doing that? Like, I don't get
Maybe
it.
He doesn't give a fuck.
No, I think also when you're kind of an Abe Vigoda, probably born during the Great Depression, that you're just like, fuck it, I'm taking the bus. I remember, because I was, at the time I saw him, I was in a car that was being driven, to somewhere.
Yeah.
So it was a nice car. And I was like, how is it that I'm in a nicer car than the fucking guy from The Godfather?
Yeah.
But I think it's really hard to manage friendships with this stuff because you just go to, oh my God, I'm being such a judgy bitch. And then, oh, I hate that about myself. And it never really gets solved.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I tell somebody or I hear someone's harebrained scheme, and then I'm like, great. Yay. And then I'm like, I get off the phone and I'm like, I hate them. They're such fucking delusional assholes. And then I'm like, oh, I hate that about myself, but I hate them. So you never really get to the how do we solve this, which is lighten up on yourself for having judgment, because we all have judgment. It's a survival skill. And then just sort of, like my shrink says with her cute little fluttery fingers, let it go. But I still need tools.
Let it go.
Let it go. Let it go. Like, wouldn't it be great if I thought I was a good singer? Then I would have a delusion.
Yeah.
Yet I know I can carry a tune.
Right.
I don't know.
You can match pitch.
I can, Nick, I really can, girl. Me and Cynthia Erivo hang out all the time with our big fake nails.
That's a lot.
Now, don't think she's delusional of is that fucking septum piercing looks good. That's some shit. But I once did hear a, quote, queer creator talk about that is a coded thing. It's a signal. Like a lot of queer people wear the septum ring as a signal to others of their personality and what their values are. So I get it. What was that?
It's like a put in their ass thing. They're like, you could put it in my ass.
Shut the fuck up. Listen, I'm trying to talk serious. Okay? I'm delusional for thinking you could be on a fucking show with me. Raised to this level. But even to the extent of like, the whole imposter thing drives me nuts too. Because I even read a quote from like Lucille Ball, like inarguably one of the greatest comic minds ever. And the quote was literally, I'm not funny, I'm just brave. Like, that's bullshit. Like, she's fucking funny.
Right.
So I think it's finding that fine line. And also, it's acknowledging that we, as the observer, don't know everything. Because as you know, I think I know everything. But I remember I had a relative who was in the hospital, and he was like, definitely overweight. And I said, if that fucking guy doesn't have diabetes, I'll eat my hat. Well, guess what? My fucking hat tasted good. Because he didn't. And I was
what
like,
was the seasoning you used?
yeah, just very, very hot sauce. What was that stuff? That Vulcan hot sauce?
Yeah, that fucking Celia was
Stuff
trying to kill
Celia
me.
tried to poison you with. Habanero. And so
your
I was like,
mouth.
oh, wait, he doesn't have diabetes. I was there for the blood test. I guess I don't know everything. So maybe it's just acknowledging that maybe I don't know everything about these people's talent, their savings plan, who's paying for the event, how they want their face to look, whatever. But I really hesitate to give opinions because it's always going to be bad about what they ask. Am I talented? I say, you're nothing special. Is that bad? If they say, does my face look thinner? What am I supposed to say? Oh, I'm glad you think so, which they see right through. So I think it's basically either accept that I'm always right.
Right.
Or just let it go. It's funny when they tell you got a producer and they're 22 and they don't know shit.
They don't produce shit in
I
their
thought
life.
they'd be a boss, and they let. I'm just kidding. She is our boss. I'm a little fearful of Celia because I'm like, we're gonna be late, and she's like, no problem. I'm like, oh, good, Mommy's not mad. And then I remember she's 22. What the fuck do I care? Anyway,
you bitch.
yeah, don't have the delusion you're a fucking boss, Celia.
Oh, trust me, I do not.
Okay, good.
I
No,
think
we
that
love
we fear
you.
each other.
We love low confidence.
Kind of in her we do.
Yeah,
I
we-
like that.
We welcome it here.
And
at
Celia
Shrinkers.
needs her fucking head examined too, because I said to her, she looks nice today. She don't say thank you. Instead, oh, my pants are so big.
No.
Can't take a compliment.
You asked me.
I said, oh, you have pants on the fit because you've lost weight. And you know they're even bigger, and you hold them out really big.
Because they don't fit.
Well,
These are
you're-
worse than the last one.
Then why are you delusional enough that you haven't earned yourself some pants that are the right size?
No, that's not it. I just can't find any that fit me perfectly, and I don't.
But then nothing's ever going to fit anyone perfectly. You've got to settle like Nick has for all the pussy he's ever gotten. There's no way he's shot as high as one should.
Frankly, I think I'm between sizes, so I'm trying to wait a second and then go. And
I agree.
Try
No,
something
I agree because
else.
I
get
hate
the
wasting
tweener
money
thing.
too.
Yeah, I don't want to waste money on clothes that I'll wear once or that just they're not good quality.
I am so on your side about
I
that.
get the tweener thing. I get that.
It
The
does.
I
He's
get
in
the
between.
tweener thing,
Oh,
being
yes.
in between.
Yeah,
where you're
yeah.
like,
Yeah, but my favorite was when Nick, that fat bastard, he says to me last week, hey, you want to buy my Bloomingdale's gift card off of me? None of the clothes fit. And I'm like, I'll buy that shit from you. I'll go to Bloomingdale's.
Dude, I was trying on clothes and I was like,
It's just
We're not
Bloomingdale's
ready.
is for a slim fit and all that for men. But you're a guy who's a trainer, in quotes. You have musculature.
I do.
So that's why it's not gonna, the.
I'm gonna go buy those barbell jeans that hot black guy,
Yeah, well,
What-
they're not an advertiser, so don't mention them.
They are.
Not for us.
For me, they are because I'm famous.
Oh, shut the fuck up. All right, get to our
You're my
letters.
sponsor.
We're talking about being delusional. Nick just said he's famous, which is a great intro to that. Nick, go ahead. Who do we hear from this week?
All right.
And by the way, if you have a question, email it to shrinkthisShow@gmail.com.
How should I read this? What the voice?
I
what
don't
voice
know.
should
I think
go?
you should just improvise it as you go along.
This guy's name's Mike, so we'll figure it out. I can't believe, or Lisa, I can't believe I'm actually writing to you.
I can't either. The audacity. See? White straight men. They've got the fucking audacity.
These fuckers, dude.
God damn
I wish
hate
it
him.
were for something normal, but here we are.
Uh-oh.
My name is Mike. I'm 37, and I live in Tampa, Florida, with my wife.
Tampon,
Or should
Florida.
I say, my influencer?
Oy vey. Is everyone an influencer but me?
I want to stop reading this letter, but anyway.
I hate her.
She's convinced she's going to be an influencer. Not like, oh, let me post cute outfits on Instagram influencer. More like, I'm quitting my job
Oop.
to be a full-time content creator influencer. She's got 312 followers.
Oh, that's worse than Nick.
What a perfect number. And half of them are bots. She spends hours, all caps, taking selfies, filming makeup tutorials that nobody watches, and talking about how brands are going to start reaching out any day now.
Girl.
Meanwhile, I'm the one paying the rent. I don't want to crush her dreams, but at what point do I sit her down and give her a reality check? Or do I just let her ride this out until reality smacks her in the face? Or you will, Mike. Help.
Well, here's the deal. I had an idea for a TV show years ago that I think is still a great idea. No one ever, I don't even think I pitched it, but it's such a good idea. And it was called Dream Killer. And it was where I would go and I would listen to comics, singers, watch dancers, actors. In the first 15 minutes of the show would be you kill their dream. You tell them you're awful, you're not going to make it. But the good news is the show is about helping you find what your real dream is and finding that. And so digging deep, finding what they would get the same kind of emotional hit off what they were doing, but it was really something they were good at. So this bitch needs Dream Killer. I think that's a great show idea.
I think it's great. I think it's about how you and I met, pretty much.
Pretty much. So she is delusional, but there are ways he can help, I think, but not in the codependent, pay for her forever way, because I don't think that's healthy. I don't mind if a broad's making money, but it should be equal, you know? So here's what I feel. Yeah. He could kindly say, look, there's social media experts out there. Let me buy you for your birthday a seminar for 6 months of coaching with a social media person who will really help you have this thing take off. Because, quote, brands don't just find you. Like, that's not a thing. You're not on TV. They didn't see you hosting the fucking Critics' Choice and go, oh my God, I need her for my makeup line. The bitch has 312 followers who aren't real. So I think there's a way you can support the dream to an extent that you won't resent that person later. But if he keeps paying for everything, I mean, I don't care how rich I am, I would not want to support anyone fully unless they're under 18.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, that's true. Children can have dreams.
Yeah, let's kill them after 18. Not the dreams, the children. Let's just kill the children.
Yeah, once they're legal, shoot them in the head.
Yeah,
dude. All good.
done.
But this is tough because it's your wife. It's a romantic partner.
See, I forget that part. I'm just like about being real with everybody.
No, like I get it, but like this is a guy who has to it's his wife.
Got to try to get his dick wet every now and again.
Well, yeah, and it's like.
But isn't that even more of a reason to be like, honey, I mean, okay, would you, Celia, you're delusional. Can I ask you, tell me if this would offend you? Honey, oh my God, I see how much you love, you know, growing your following and taking pictures and posting videos. I think you have a really knack for it, but I think you can only get so far by doing it on your own. I think, what would you say if kind of we got a little help in helping you to have it take off? Because I don't think I've been doing some reading, and it doesn't seem like brands just find you. You have to sort of put yourself out there. So why don't we get you some tools to do that most effectively?
I think that's the best way to handle it, especially.
You were supposed to play act as the wife.
Oh.
You were supposed to get a cute voice on and just be like, oh my God, honey, yes, let me gobble your knob. You know, something like that. I mean, but no.
No, she doesn't.
Okay, Nick, take over. You're the wife. No, but Celia, is that offensive? I think that's really loving.
I think it would be easy to take anything as offensive that isn't support, or maybe I'm just really sensitive.
No, you're right. And those bitches have to be checked.
Yeah.
Because they were brought up in that world of you're so delicate and you can't handle anything. Mm-hmm. And it's not doing them any favors, because life is eventually going to hand you something you have to handle.
And something way bigger, too.
It's going to be a death. It's going to be somebody gets sick. It's going to be having to date a Nick. I mean, life is not kind to people. So, yeah, I think if someone's that sensitive, that's the thing to look at. Mm-hmm. It's like, wow, if you're taking offense at me offering to help you with this, then why don't we talk about that? And
also, the bar is like in hell for men. So the fact that he's willing to help like that shows a lot. I think most husbands these days would probably just like go off on them and then say good riddance. Or get a new job.
I mean, I think also you have to, in your heart, believe the person who you're dealing with has something to offer. You know, like I remember when my niece started her podcast, and again, like they weren't spending any money. They had like $40 microphones. They were just doing it for fun. But I think like she was a graduate from, I think she had a master's from BU in TV writing. She already knew how to do improv, and she's funny. And so it was like, oh, no risk. Let's see if it takes off. But I think if her husband had not seen a little of the ability, he would have been like, oh, you know, it's a cute hobby.
Yeah.
Which I get. I don't mind people having cute hobbies. I love somebody who has a hobby. Like knit. Why don't you go knit? Be a knitter. That's what I think. Maybe he should call her and say, just knit, bitch.
Knit those tits.
Yeah, what?
I don't know.
No, so I think that you're right. The thing that has to be addressed first is like, whoa, you're taking offense me trying to give you a gift of help. That's maybe you got to look inside at how delicate your nervous system is that you can't even handle, like that you don't know everything yet.
And at that point, that could just be like insecurity, being like, I can't do this either. Like projecting.
Right.
If you get mad at someone for trying to help you, that just means you don't think you can do it yourself.
That's true. And honestly, who can really do all of it by themselves? You get to a certain point where you're like even I saw this girl I follow as a social media consultant, like she teaches how to grow a following. I've never cared about social media because I'm just not in that world. But part of me was like, at my age, I would like learn that.
Yeah.
Like, what would I be like? Oh, no, I know it all. I don't know shit.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm never taking advice on is comedy and parallel parking.
Am I right?
Nobody can do that like I can.
Yeah.
All right, so listen, what's his name? Mike? Tell your wife you'll help her, but stop paying all the bills. And if she doesn't, kick the clam out. I think that's what Celia says to do.
Yeah.
All right, what's the next letter?
Right. Dear Lisa, my friend just turned 50, and he told me that he's going to return to acting.
Oh, boy.
After taking 15 years off. But this time, he says he's going to become the star he always knew he
Yeah, because so many stars blossom at 50.
He's getting new headshots.
Oh?
He signed up for acting classes and asked me if I knew any agents.
Oh, boy.
When he was an actor, he did mostly extra work, and there's nothing special about him. Do I tell him I think he's wasting his time and money? Thanks, Rob from New York.
Well, let's just put it this way, Rob. Your butt bandit buddy?
Yeah.
Those shots he's getting better be shots of him giving head, because that's the only way he's making money. No, that's a rough one, because the 50-year-old actor, I have actually met people who after retirement decided to act, and then they get like all these commercials because they're real people, they look real, they're older, they're playing parts in plays that like somebody over 50 plays. So it does happen. Like you can work, but the thing that alarms me in this is the become, quote, the star that he's meant to be. I can't. I think that's delusion. Just knowing how many people had their big break at over 50, there's like 3. And it probably isn't going to be him if all he'd done was his extra work. I think it's great to have it the beginner's mind of like, hey, I'm going to learn more acting. And like he said, he's going to go to classes, get headshots. The asking for the agent early is what tips me off too. Because you shouldn't have I always said, people would go like, I need a manager. And I'd be like, till you have a career to manage, you don't need a manager. Like you need the career first.
Right.
So that may have changed. I don't know. A lot of my students already have agents, but also they've been dancing and singing since they're 3.
Yeah.
So I kind of get like 17 years, okay, whatever. But dude, someone who makes it out that their goal is to be a star versus learn acting and be their best, that worries me.
Yeah. 2 questions. 1, when do you think I should get a manager?
Never.
I know a good one. She's cute.
Shut up.
And 2, I want to know what this guy's going through that at 50. Like, what did there's a divorce? Did something switch? Like, what happened? I want to know backstory.
Well, as someone who's done late in life changes, I think there's nothing wrong with that. Just because don't worry, I noticed when you said that, Celia did her little, I'm 22. Isn't that ridiculous to change at 50? No, I know you did. I know.
No, I was just thinking it's probably a midlife crisis.
No,
he's
there's
50.
no
midlife
midlife crisis
midlife.
is way earlier than that. Trust me, these men that's like at 40, that's when the midlife crisis comes in. Sorry.
Right,
So I need to find like a 45-year-old man.
I don't think this is about dating the
You need to
undateable. Can
find-
we
why-
just
why
fucking?
did- what did this turn
I
into?
no idea. All right, turn off their microphone.
Daddy issues will be next week.
Yeah, don't worry. No, but seriously, I don't think there's anything wrong with noticing what comes up and that. Oh wow, acting always did appeal to me. That sounds cute. It's sounding cute and doing it is nice to me, but the I'm going to be the star that I always thought I should be. Very Nathan Lane from Birdcage,
Oh, the best
vibe.
movie ever.
Oh, I never made it. You were always holding me back. I gave you the best years of my life. You know,
Now
that
I'm
kind
this
of-
middle-aged, bald,
Yeah.
fat,
Yeah.
short thing.
Yeah. I don't think his friend has to say anything to him. And again, this is the advice I need to always take. Because what is the end? He said, should I tell him? Should I crush
Do
him?
I tell him you think he's wasting his time and money?
No, because I think those are the ones you have to let burn. If he was risking his whole life savings, if he goes, look, I've decided. And by the way, I was going to say apply to the Yale School of Drama or Juilliard. He's not getting it anyway. But say he was like, I'm applying to Joe Smithy's acting club, and it costs me $500,000, and that's all the money he has. Then a friend, I think, would step in and go, dude, how about we take it slow? Stick the tip in, as I always say, and
Right.
just be like, am I right, Celia? And just take maybe one acting class. So I think it's cute to like discover hobbies and things like later. And who knows, it could take off. And maybe he wasn't at 20 when he was getting extra work, kind of fully realized as a human, and now he can actually act. I think his friend, unless he's spending a huge amount of money and threatening his own lifestyle and is going to lose his house, let him take the class. Let him get the dumb shots of him blowing people. But also, when he asks about agents, that's the point where you can have the tiny, kind voice of reason. Just go, hey, maybe it's a little soon for that. I hear people get that when they're like 5 years in. So why don't you, let's just wait on that. Like that could be. I don't think that's offensive.
No.
Like Celia, as a former actress yourself, would you take it? Would you take offense if somebody said maybe it's too soon to think about whatever insert action step here?
No, because that I need someone to tell me that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's not offensive to me.
Yeah, because a lot of the times I think to myself, I'd make a fucking great mentor of people going up in this business, because I'd be able to be like, oh, by the way, I think that would come later. It's not judgy. So I just think like kind of learn from the people's experience who have had these experiences and be like, oh, okay, so a couple of years? Yeah.
That's why people network like right out of college, because you're trying to talk to people who do what you want to do or have been doing what you want to do for a really long time, because that's like where you go for advice, or people who have done what you want to do before.
Yeah, because you can't listen to somebody who hasn't walked in those shoes already. Like no one's going to believe me that fame is bullshit and doesn't solve your problems if I'm not famous at some point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's theoretical advice versus real world advice.
Yeah.
So I think with this guy, I don't know, let him go. Let him not spend his entire savings on the thing. Let him have his little dream. And we all know in our hearts he's what we call a loser with a dream.
Been there.
Yeah, you sure are.
All right. Our next letter. Dear Lisa.
Oh, it sounds good.
My friend Ian is fat and ugly, but he has money, and he'll only date women if she's a 9 or above.
Oh, no.
I'm
Is this you? Who wrote this?
Not surprising. He's been single forever. I think he should lower his standards. Should I tell him that or let him figure it out on his own? Billy from Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Okay, first of all, the home of Fonzie. We think we've talked about this already.
We did like.
I will say we got a lot of. They should stop listening to us in Milwaukee. That's all I have to say. I think what I don't like about this is Ian's not doing this because he has high standards and looks. He's doing this to fulfill being uncomfortable with intimacy and wanting to stay alone. He basically knows that if he shoots after some girl who's like a 10 and he's like a 2.3, then he's never going to have to really expose who he is and be intimate and can just stay safe in his little fat bubble for the rest of his life. And from what his best friend sounds like, his fat and ugly bubble. Again, I don't feel the guy's trying to date 10s for the right reason.
He's not figuring out anything.
That's the thing. He's never figuring it out on his own.
To be honest.
I think there's a gentle way to say this, but I'm not a guy technically, just emotionally. Nick, if there's a guy friend that's this delusional and this blocked and stuck, because that's really what it is, are guys the type who would just be like, dude, look at you.
Yeah, 100%.
You're a fucking, oh, really? 100%. So you'd say you're a fucking
My
mess?
friend group. Mm-hmm. I mean, everyone's honest as fuck, dude. I'll say things and make jokes and vice versa, and I'm like, we'll be like, but really, you think that's why this is happening? We know why.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, guys don't pull punches, really.
So maybe he should just use the man card then and be like, hey, you know what, dude? I get having high standards. We all want to be attractive and attracted to someone, but you're a 6. Like, be nice. We know he's a 2.3. You're a 6, and you're shooting for 10s, and that's just not fair to them or to you. So what are you going to do about it?
Right.
Like, would that be well received by a man, do you think?
100%. And if it's not well received, he's insecure. But if it's not well received, then I guess you guys weren't that good of friends to begin with. That's how
true.
I think. Because guys we're so direct with each other. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is a kind of a bad example because we were much younger, but like, I've gotten into physical altercations with friends in high school. Mm-hmm. And 10 minutes later, you're like, hey, man, I'm sorry. Like, you just punched each other in the face.
Yeah, but what would happen if this guy went home and killed himself? No, don't laugh.
Pretty funny.
Like, would you be like, oh, my God, it's my fault?
I'd probably for a little bit, but then I'd be like, if that's what set him over.
Then it's not just you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the fact is, I think this guy knows exactly what he's doing and is getting exactly what he wants, really, which is fear of intimacy will never be shattered for him. And kind of he's just living life like he thinks he deserves.
Yeah, I've done it on a much smaller, fatter, less uglier scale. For sure. Or like you are yourself. It's your self prophecy of like, oh, I'm gonna date this girl and I know she's not right for me, but I like the way she looks and it feels certain things for me. But I'm just gonna do it because it makes me look. And then I'm like, see, it didn't work out. And
like, so we get to have.
Knew.
Yeah,
you knew.
I know.
I know.
All right, so I say, you know what I think he should do? Just not be friends with him anymore because really, should he be friends with this guy? The guy sounds nuts.
Talk to him, and if the guy if he's a little pussy about it, then fucking move on.
Wow, manly advice from someone even more manly than me. Thank you. Do we got one more?
That was the straight guy in me coming out. Shut up.
That was very straight. Good for you.
Yay. We got one more.
Okay.
So, hey, Lisa, big fan and professional cringe witness.
Oh, okay. I don't even know what that is, but I like it.
It's a lot. It sounds like a spinoff of Law & Order SVU.
Yes.
Which I love. Here's the deal. I work in marketing, and my coworker, Todd, of course his name's Todd, is delusional about becoming a stand-up comedian.
Oh, God! Why does everybody have a stand-up question?
Stop the show!
Stop it!
I'm mad!
Yep.
Yesterday, during a serious Zoom meeting about layoffs, Todd decides it's the perfect time to crack a joke. I kind of respect the guy for this. Guys, I guess I'll have to start charging for my jokes.
Oh, boy.
Anyone want to Venmo me? Lisa. This is all caps. Dead fucking silence.
Girl.
One client straight up left the call, which is great.
That's my favorite sentence in the world.
Todd later tells me, I think I really lightened the mood.
Oh, no.
And now he's talking about quitting his job to do comedy full time. Do I tell him he's about to ruin his life or just let him crash and burn? Help, Ethan, Chicago.
I think he should let him crash and burn because watching 100%. A comic who believes in himself deservedly, is hysterical.
It's the worst.
And that he will end up on drugs and the alcohol, but then end up in like an AA meeting and become a speaker at the AA meetings and start to make people laugh. So either way, it's going to be like a funny outcome. But like, I'd rather he quit than stay on at the company, and then I would have to suffer through him in these Zoom meetings.
Yeah, dude.
Todd needs to be put out of his misery.
Shoot him in the street.
I'm like, I just don't like it. I also like, how does somebody, have you ever had that too, where you observe someone not doing well on stage, like Todd clearly bombed in the Zoom, and like they come off and they think they did well? Have you ever seen that?
100%.
Awful.
The thing that drives me the most nuts is like everyone does their thing and you come off stage and whatever, it's good or it's whatever. No one really cares, right? Amongst comics at least, right? The worst type of guy is someone who goes up there, doesn't do well, and then has to do like a post-game breakdown with you of why things didn't go well.
Yeah.
Of like, he becomes a sports analyst and he's like, you know, that other joke, I really used to do this punch. Like, he explained to you why he did poorly.
Well,
or like,
yeah, but at least he's admitting he did poorly.
Right, but even some of the stuff where he's like, I feel like that did really well. And I'd be like, I don't think it did.
I don't
think it did.
You know what I used to do when people would do that? I'd go, were you in the room?
Yeah.
Because I didn't hear shit. Like, I didn't hear any laughter coming out of that audience. So that, to me, that delusion is rough.
Can I tell you, this is fucked. It's one of the funnier moments for me between, we talk about our friend Bo.
Mm-hmm.
We were coming out of the pandemic. No one had done comedy for 5 months. And Bo, at the time, was beyond delusional about his everything, right? He was 400 pounds and like, dude, chicks love me. Like he was like, I don't know, these girls, she's kind of fat. And I'd be like, you're enormous, right? He was that guy, right? He texted me the night before, like one of our first shows coming out of the pandemic. He goes, I wrote 45 minutes of new shit.
Oh, girl.
All new. It's going to be great. In my head, I go, how does he know it's going to do well? Like, we haven't been in front of an audience. He went up and ate a cock. And I fucking laughed so hard. And he came off stage. He was like, whoa. And I was like, yeah, man. Yeah. How dare you have delusion?
I know.
It was one of the, it warms my heart thinking about it.
But honestly. I mean, there's one thing, I don't mind that as much because he's delusional, but he learned his lesson.
Yeah.
At least he tried something.
Yeah, exactly.
But the ones who frickin' come off and think they killed and they didn't, like Todd on the Zoom, or the ones who, by the way, they come off, they bomb, they come off, and then they're like, that audience sucked. It's like, no, you sucked. How come they laughed at everybody else? So like, that's a delusion to me. It's like not taking ownership that it's your fault.
Yeah, I've seen. I mean, I think we saw some guy eat a dick on stage, and he was waiting after and like handing out his card like, to follow on Instagram, and I was like, all right, well, I mean, balls. That's guts. Like I couldn't face someone.
That. No. Well, we're more realistic. We get our level. We get what's going on. We know what's happening. We know we pretty much tricked Elvis Duran into giving us this show.
Yeah, it's my uncle.
Basically, we know.
Yeah.
We know. What was what do you want to know? Should he shatter his dreams?
Should he tell him?
No, he's a coworker. Coworkers aren't friends. He's not going to listen. Yeah. And also, again, I think unless the stakes are enormously dangerous, of where you're like, oh my God, like, this guy is going to lose the house, I say just let him fucking learn. Because P.S., they're going to learn eventually anyway.
Right.
They have to learn because the audience will tell you how fucking horrible you are, Todd. No offense, Todd.
Fuck you, Todd.
Yeah, unless you're a listener.
If I see you at an open mic, I'm going to kill you.
I hate him so much. Oh, my God. This has been good, Nick. What do you think? Do you think we've helped at least one of the 4 people today?
I think we've helped everyone, especially our producer here.
See how delusional he is? See? Celia, do you feel helped?
Yes.
No, she doesn't.
She's such a liar.
See, this is her problem. This is the problem. She feeds into our delusion by agreeing with us. So you're helping no one, Celia, you button-pushing twat.
In turn, we are all helping each other.
Gay.
Become more delusional.
Oh, I'm going to throw up.
Feel the straight guy in me coming
Oh,
out.
my God. We're going too long. I love that we're delusional enough to think this podcast is always going to be 43 minutes.
Yeah, we're done.
I don't care.
No.
I don't care. Everybody's thrilled with it. They love it. They're thrilled. They're going to
20 followers because of this podcast
Yeah,
now.
at
I'm
least
rich.
23.
Yeah.
I have 312, Tampa, Florida. It used to be called the Lisa's Fuck Up Time, but since I'm inarguably perfect, delusional, then we just switched it to we're just saying goodbye. So seriously, send us a letter. We'd love to help you, and I think we've killed it today. What do you think, Nick?
I think it was pretty good.
Oh,
'Cause I'm
I
not
hate
delusional.
You really aren't. That's good. You keep me in check, sweetie. Yeah, so once again, you can find me on Instagram at Lisa Lampanelli. Nick, where can they find you?
Nick Scopes, like the mouthwash.
Yes,
On
with an S
Instagram,
on the end.
With an S on the end.
Doesn't make sense.
Just like a cock.
I don't say that. And Nick Scopes on all the applications.
All of it.
And Nick, tell us what you need to tell us.
All right. Listen, guys. Thanks for listening. Be sure.
The least sincere thank you every single week. It's like,
I am sincere.
remember that guy who said he's 50-year-old and he's going to be a star? That's not you. Just like, hey, thanks for listening, man. Like,
Yeah.
put a little
All right, I got it. Hold
zhuzh on
on.
it. Put a little jizz on it.
5, 6, 7, 8. Thanks for listening, guys. Be sure to.
Oh, God damn it. It's a commercial. Okay, no thanks. Glad you didn't listen. Go ahead.
Thanks for listening.
No,
Be sure.
no thanks. We hate you. Don't listen anymore. But
Be sure to email us your questions at shrinkthisShow@gmail.com. That is shrinkthisShow@gmail.com. Make sure to follow me on socials. And by me, I mean Lisa Lampanelli. Yeah, we already said that.
Yes.
And Nick Scopes on Instagram. And make sure to listen to the Shrink This on your iHeartRadio app or wherever the hell you get podcasts.
don't listen except the iHeartRadio app. That's the one that rules. It rules.
Ew.
Oh, God, we'll see him next time, maybe. Shrink this. Oh, f*** you.